Hello, everyone. Yeah, this kid can't decide if he's up or down, so he's joining me again today. You'll notice the lines on his face. Anyway, hello, everyone. This is Yaffi Lvova, registered dietitian nutritionist with Baby Bloom Nutrition. And here's the baby, blooming. Welcome to Naptime Nutrition. Today we're going to talk about some labels, namely, is it healthy and is it food? So I've been getting really involved with this intuitive eating movement. Oh, I already got a laugh. Hey, Paula. Thanks. So intuitive eating is the idea that your body tells you when you're hungry and when you're full, and you should follow those cues. Whether you're eating a bowl of overnight oats or you're eating a pizza or whatever you're eating, everything can work in your diet. You just really need to listen to your body cues and eat only when you're hungry and stop when you're full. So going off of that, I do want to address one food label. The idea of intuitive eating is you don't really have labels on food because labeling food good or bad attaches emotion to the food. And when you attach emotion to food, then you start responding to food in ways that are not intended. You have guilt, you have sorrow, you have there's too much associated with it. Food needs to be food and that's it. But let's talk about the word food. I love the quote from Michael Pollan from The Omnivore's Dilemma. Eat real food, not too much, mostly plants. And this is perfect with intuitive eating because you want to eat real food and you don't want to eat too much of it. You want to eat the right amount. You want to eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. I'm probably going to say that 10 times this segment. And mostly plants, sure, because we know that plants have major benefit in our diet. But let's talk about some of the other foods that might not be, that might have some more of the negative labels that we don't want to give them. I'll say it that way. Let's talk about chocolate. I love chocolate. Do you love chocolate? Who doesn't love chocolate? So I really have a weakness for those Trader Joe's mini chocolate peanut butter cups. Give me a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. Seriously, those are so tasty. I raided my stash today. Anyway, there's a big difference between that and a previous favorite of mine, which was a Cadbury egg. Not kosher. So the thing is that we got a laugh there. Good. I think based on my education that I have now that a Cadbury egg is not considered food. Whereas I think that you think this is so funny. I think the Trader Joe's version of the peanut butter cup is more food than not. Because if you look at the ingredients, those ingredients are more food. Whereas in the candy aisle in any supermarket, you're going to find other things like wax. Oh man, Cadbury eggs are terrible, but so good. Yeah, I know. According to my father, they used to be better. I don't know. Anyone who's on the older end of the spectrum there can testify. I don't know. I only know what I've been exposed to. But yeah, they're awful for you. they're not food. They're so much chemical and so if we're going to go for something like chocolate, you want to go for ingredients that you can recognize. You want to look at a label and say, that ingredient is food. Whether you want to say it's going to contribute to your thighs or not, that's not the issue. Is it food? Is it meant to go in your mouth? Was it meant to be absorbed and digested? And I mean, that's, we can step into some murky waters there too, because technically some fiber can't be digested, and yet that's good to have in your diet. Anyway, my point is that there are a lot of health bars out there that people are really looking at and saying, this is a healthy choice. And there's nothing that kills me more than seeing someone who is thinking they're making a healthy choice and putting a lot of effort and money towards that choice and eating something that is not food, eating something that's more chemical than anything. I mean, if you're going to have ice cream, fine, have ice cream that's made of cream and eggs and sugar. You can look at all those ingredients and say, I know what that is, and that can go in my body, and my body can use that. But if you're going to go buy, for instance, another brand of ice cream that's going to have ingredients that just really aren't food, that's not the best choice for your body. You know, if you want to satisfy your sweet tooth, do it with some real food. That's fine. Go have some ice cream. You know, I don't have maybe a pint of ice cream, but satisfy your sweet tooth with something that's meant to go in your body and be digested and absorbed and used somehow. It just really kills me. So if you have someone, say, going into McDonald's and saying, I'm eating McDonald's because I like it, fine, I don't have an issue with that. You know what you're eating, you know what you're doing, that's fine. But if someone is waiting in line at McDonald's thinking, hey, I'm going to make a healthy choice today and get McDonald's, that's what I have an issue with. So that's really what I'm addressing today. Look at your food. Is this food? If you're eating Starburst, it's wax. Wax is not meant to be chewed and ingested like fingers. Fingers are not meant to be chewed and digested and used in the body, although Daniel here thinks that he's having a great time. So really, when you're going to put something in your mouth, look at it and say, is this food? And from that point, you eat when you're hungry, and you stop when you're full, and you know that you did the best for your body that you could. And if that means that your chocolate ice cream was that much more satisfying, great, go for it. I love chocolate ice cream. We just really want to make sure that what you're putting in your body was meant to go in your body. And not that it was meant to by the companies producing it, that nature intended you to put this item in your mouth, chew it, swallow it, absorb it, digest it, and use it for fuel. So let's take another example. Soy. I did a whole talk on soy. I'm a fan of soy. I know there's some controversy, and I did address that in another Naptime Nutrition. But soy protein isolate is a very common ingredient in a lot of foods, a lot of vegan foods, and a lot of foods that are meant for like protein bars. And it's at that point, it's not food. Soy that comes out of the ground, the soybean, edamame, tofu, soy milk, those things are good for you. But if you're talking about soy protein isolate, you have come pretty far chemically from what has grown out of the ground. And at that point, it's no longer beneficial to your body. So it's something that I like to avoid. So I have a question. As a busy mom on the go, what would you recommend as a quick prepackaged snack? Well, you joined a little late. I did talk about those Trader Joe's peanut butter cups, but that's not an everyday thing. Quick prepackaged snacks. You know, the first thing that I'm thinking of is like fruit, apples, dried fruits, raisins, nuts. These are things that are easy to grab. They don't require any preparation. Also, if you really want something prepackaged, we have that, you can go to Costco and get that guacamole that's in a small container, or the hummus. Those are great. Some types of string cheese, you want to make sure that it's actual cheese. And that's another good example. Cheese snack, not a good idea. But actual real cheese, if you can find those sticks of cheddar or mozzarella, those are great, assuming you tolerate dairy. So those are good things to do. You can also buy hard-boiled eggs. If you really don't have time to make them, you can buy them in a package at Trader Joe's, at Costco. And this is really getting into the topic I covered last week. I covered a lot of that last week. But really, look at labels. And here's another thing. I don't look at the nutrition label as far as how many calories it has. I think I've expressed how I don't like the term calorie because your body does not digest by combustion. Good thing. That'd be uncomfortable and probably pretty embarrassing often. But you don't really need to look at calories. You want to look at the ingredients in the food. Look at the list of ingredients. If it's as big as Daniel's head here, run for cover. It's not anything that has a huge list of ingredients like that is not really going to be beneficial to your body. You want to have foods that have simple ingredients and ones that you can understand. So if I have any comments or suggestions for topics for next week, I would love to hear them in the comment section below. And any questions, I can still answer them. I get notifications. And I will see you back here next week for Naptime Nutrition at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. in New Zealand. I don't know if they changed the clocks or not, but I think it's still 9 a.m. Wednesday morning. And find me on Pinterest. Pinterest.com/Yaffi. I have a lot of ideas for cooking in the kitchen with your kids and meal prep and also snacks. And I started a baby-led weaning list. I can't believe I didn't have that before. So a couple items on there. I'm also working on a fabulous broccoli bite recipe for next week's toddler test kitchen at the Holly Hart Children's Museum if you're available on Monday from 10 until 11. We also have a Saturday class coming taught by the fabulous Lakita from Tandem Treble, who's currently watching and might give me a thumbs up right now. So I will see you next week. Thanks.